Hey, wonder how we got to here? Well, let me show you. So before we can start the Final Horizon DLC, we need to jump to this giant ring near the spawn part of the final island in Sonic Frontiers base game. After that, you get this cool cutscene where Sonic does the reverse of what his friends did to him to save him from cyber corruption, and tells them that, hey, you need to help me get the Chaos Emeralds. And off we go, beginning the Final Horizons, where we start out playing as Amy. After a bit of exploring, we find an altar for the Chaos Emerald that we're looking for, but oh no, it's empty. How did it get empty? Anyway, while we're on our way to getting to the next altar that holds Chaos Emerald, we find a Lookout Coco, and the Lookout Cocos are going to be useful for later when we play as another character. After getting another Lookout Coco and going into the temple and seeing another altar that was empty, we go on a search for the Elder Coco, and after getting some information from the Elder Coco, we go and search for the Hermit Coco, who gives us a bit more information, and after that, we go and look for a Chaos Emerald, and after finding it, it gets blocked off, and for some reason we can't get it. Up next is Knuckles, and he has probably one of the best music tracks in the entire DLC. Here, take a listen. Our current objective as Knuckles is finding and destroying impact foams, which will then release them from whatever control they had. And, well, I mean, hey, it's a lot of fun. Next up, we have to go find a Chaos Emerald, and just like with Amy, it's blocked off. Next available character that we can play as is Tails, and just like with Amy and Knuckles, we have to do a certain objective to be able to find a Chaos Emerald. But with Tails, we are trying to hack into cyberspace, or at least gain access to it so that we can lower the defenses of Chaos Emeralds, and then finally get said Chaos Emeralds that we haven't been able to. So, yeah. Our next and final character that we are able to play in the Final Horizons is, of course, Sonic. And like I talked about earlier, the Lookout Coco help with unlocking the towers that we must spire throughout our time playing Sonic. We also unlocked, because of getting into the DLC, the Spin Dash move, which was implemented during the first update for the Final Horizons, which allow us to do this. We then made our way to the next trial tower, climbed it, and did the trial, which I admittedly just made the difficulty easy and just breezed through it. But usually on hard, it is actually pretty hard. Our next objective is climbing another tower and doing a trial, which was harder than the last one. So once again, I put the difficulty on easy and blazed through it. The next objective was climbing another tower and doing the Tiger's Trial, which is a bunch of parrying and just dealing with quick enemies. Another thing that I could do while looking for more Lookout Coco to access the next tower was do some cyberspace for them, but they're not really needed unless you really want them to. But yeah, in the DLC there are cyberspace levels. They're a lot of fun, just unrequired to beat the entire DLC. After getting the final Lookout Coco that I needed to unlock the next tower, I spired it, and did the trial. After finishing the trial, we get this cutscene with Sonic and Sage talking about making the cyber corruption into power, and then after that, we get a cutscene with Tails, Amy, and Knuckles talking about what they're going to do next to get more Chaos Emeralds, and then we play as Amy again, and now we're looking for Coco. After getting enough Coco, we have to go to a Elder Coco deliver the Coco, and then get more Coco to deliver to the Elder Coco. We now need to go look for another Chaos Emerald, and once we do, Amy starts to feel the side effects of being or using too much cyber power, I think that's what it's called, and it's taking a toll on her body, leaving her a bit weak. Once again, we play as Knuckles, and after getting a cool cutscene between Tails and Knuckles, we have to go look for more impact forms, it's one of the two, to destroy, and once again, after doing that, we have to go look for a Chaos Emerald, and just like with Amy, Knuckles is now feeling the side effects of dealing with cyberspace. Last but not least of the trio, we have to play as Tails again, and just like last time, we're acting in cyberspace. And just like with Amy and Knuckles, after doing that, we look for a Chaos Emerald, and just like with them, Tails is also being affected by cyberspace. For the last character swap of the DLC, we're playing as Sonic once again, and after doing a bit of more grinding for Lookout Coco, the final tower unlocks and we spire it and enter into one of the most annoying and hard final trials in the DLC.
Okay, let's do this!
And so after defeating the main three titans once more for the Master Coco's trial, Sonic gains the ability to use cyber corruption to add to his own power on Super Sonic, and is told to, hey, you need to not overuse the power or it will literally break your goddamn body. And afterward, I waited a bit longer for another Starfall so I can get a bunch of Cocos so I can max out my ring count and my speed. Speed not being as necessary, but the ring count was going to be necessary for this final fight. And so after getting prepped for this final fight, we jumped right into it, and I'll just let the fight play for you.
Hey, nice of you to catch up.
Were you successful?
Naturally.
Good. Unfortunately, your friends aren't handling their cyber corruption nearly as well.
Oh, you guys are the best.
What does that make me? Hmm?
Fashionably late. But hey, you tried.
We're out of time. I command you to save us.
once my prison. Now it shall be the avatar of my return. All shall perish. All shall return to order, to oblivion.
You did well, Sage. It's time to head home, dear daughter.
Home. I like the sound of that. Father.
Well, that scene always brings a tear to my eye. So I'm gonna let voiceover me take over. I'm gonna go cry now. I'll be back. With that, Sonic Frontiers: The Final Horizon has been beaten. It is such a good DLC story, in my opinion. Play it yourself. I basically dumbed it down into the most basic of elements for the DLC, but you should play it yourself to get more of the story for yourself. But yeah. And where I'm gonna rank Sonic Frontiers: The Final Horizon, I'm going to put it right in between base game of Sonic Frontiers and, you know what? I'm gonna put just a little bit above base game of Sonic Frontiers and Mania in the awesome tier. But anyway, thank you all for watching. My name is VinDragonLuke1, and I'll catch you guys next time.